We know that many people are getting groomed into gambling online, especially at YouTube. There are tens of thousands of videos of people gambling or playing slot machines online, doing bonus hunts or making videos that show big wins. If you, like me, have the wisdom to see why such content is dangerous, to see the damage they do to people's brain and mind, to see the illusion they create in the minds of the vulnerable, and to see the destruction they cause to countless people and their families, then you need to act now. At worst, these people are fraudsters. At best, they are charlatans, pushing high volume, high risk gambling in order to profit, putting money before the welfare of others, or trying to tempt problem gamblers into relapsing on the pretense that watching someone else gamble will still give the problem gambler some release without costing them money. This is an illusion, as I've said many times before. An alcoholic cannot go online to watch other people drinking and then get offered a drink through his computer. Watching others gamble is still releasing dopamine. It's still stimulating areas of the brain that are stimulated through gambling, and it still gives the urge to gamble. And it's only a matter of time before those impulses are acted upon. Gambling pushers are murderers. So don't just read these words and watch this video. If you want to help to get these gambling predators off YouTube, then act now. We all need to act now and act together. The biggest of ships can be sunk with the smallest of cracks. No matter how big these people think they are, no matter how many followers they have, or how many of their army they will utilize to gaslight us, if we all act now and strike the same ships in the same place, and keep striking and getting others to strike, then they will sink. How to spot a fake streamer. A fake streamer is quite easy to spot. The telltale signs are that they play on high stakes. They often have balances of 4 figures or more. They produce a lot of videos, sometimes several per day. They're not playing with real money, so their content costs them nothing to make. They run their stream as a business and work across multiple platforms such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. They tend to gaslight others who question the morality or legality of their practices. They often even donate to good causes. Now, this gambling charity model is used by many gambling operators, from the many crypto casino fakes right up to the national lottery. It's like saying, don't worry about the thousands of pounds you lost, we're throwing a few crumbs to some starving kid to make you feel better. Also, we can use the fact that we threw those few crumbs to a starving kid to bring us more publicity. Also, for some unknown reason, they seem to think that using a video image of themselves holding their head, puffing out their cheeks or gasping in amazement will bring them extra visitors. Honestly, they may as well have fraudster tattooed across their forehead. It's that obvious. So if you think you know a fake money streamer, then there are things we can do together to wipe them from the internet. Let's look at each one in more detail. Firstly, we can report them to the police. The Fraud Act 2006 states clearly that it is a crime to make a false representation in order to make a gain, cause a loss to others, or expose others to risk of loss. This is exactly what fake streamers and fake bonus hunt slot players are doing. If they are not playing with real money, then their videos are a false representation. And the purpose of those videos is to solely entice others to join a casino. Therefore, the purpose is to make a gain, cause a loss to others, or expose others to the risk of losing. This is a very clear law. Fraud by false representation. A person is in breach of this section if he dishonestly makes a false representation, intends by making the representation to make a gain for himself or another, or to cause a loss or another, to expose another to a risk of loss. It's false if it is untrue or misleading. The person making it knows that it might be untrue, it is untrue or misleading. Also, if we look at this law on the CPS, Crown Prosecution website, we can clearly read this. The offence is entirely focused on the conduct of the defendant. This is very, very important because this means, unlike other criminal prosecutions, the burden of proof does not lie upon the prosecution, but rather relies on the defendant proving otherwise. So if you are coming to this video to make comments such as, "Where is the proof?" then you need to be aware the burden of proof does not lie with anyone suspecting a fraud, reporting a suspected fraud, or alleging a fraud. Now, if you do suspect someone on YouTube of making a false representation, e.g. a fake bonus hunt, a fake stream, or a fake video using fake money, then to report them, you will need to have some contact details. This is where you need to turn detective, because I'm not going to name names or channels, because I don't want my video comments being hijacked by gaslighters. I don't want to have to get into slanging matches like last time. But the internet is like a huge phone directory, so use it. It literally took me 30 seconds to find the contact details of one of the main suspected fake streamers by typing his slot channel name followed by real name into Google. And then his real name led me to his address in seconds simply by using ukphonebook.com and the find person option. So simply find a channel you suspect of fraud and note their name. Most streamers have so much money coming in that they have been advised to make a legitimate business. So search for business information and you will find this website, which is gov.uk. Here you'll be able to get information about any company. Now let's say, for example, you suspect a slot channel of being a fake streamer, and they are called Freddy Slots. You'll be able to search all the businesses in the UK, and if anything matches, the closer it matches, the higher it will come up in the list. And another very important tool, like I just said, is ukphonebook.com. Not only does this have an electoral roll and company information, but you can also use it to find a person. You'll be able to find that person whether or not their telephone is listed X directory or not. Once you have a name, a business address or a real address, then you can file a police report. Remember, reporting a suspected crime to the police is the duty of every upstanding citizen and may save others from future harm. But because we are exposing fraudsters and we understand doing so may put us at risk, then we can simply choose this to do anonymously. Simply choose to do this anonymously. However, you can do it in person at any police station. So now you have the contact details. You are ready to report the crime. Simply search for Crime Stoppers. Then click Give Information. You can see that this is 100% anonymous. Your IP address and location are not tracked by Crime Stoppers. So let's go ahead and report the crime. What is the crime or incident you would like to tell us about? Fraud. Continue. Now you have to confirm that this is not urgent, nobody's getting murdered. And then continue. Where did the crime or incident take place? Well, simply there, copy the address of the video on YouTube and post it there. Or you can use the postcode of any address you have. You can also put that kind of information into this box. Buckingham Palace. Do you know when it happened? Yes. It is ongoing. Now this bit, tell us more about the crime, what you heard, saw or know about. And here I can put, I witnessed this crime online. I suspect this person is deceiving the public into believing he is playing with real money in order to tempt them into making high-risk gambling transactions. A crime under the Fraud Act 2006 because he is making a false representation with intent to make a gain or cause a loss to others. Continue. The persons responsible for the crime. What do you know about the person? Where they live? Or any other information you can put here. What does the person look like? Well, if they have any images on their website or on YouTube, put a direct link there. Do you know any contact details for the person? Well, put whatever information you have there. If you know of any vehicles they have, you can put that there. If you know if they've ever been involved in any crimes to do with weapons. And then final step, you'll just click, I've given you all the information you will need. And then you click submit. And that's that. Now, do not copy word for word what I've just put in. Make your own message. But remember to say you suspect it is a fraud because of the false representation. And you suspect they are making a gain and tricking others into making a loss. Basically, just give as much information as you can and then click submit. I've given all the information I need, and that's that. Now, the next thing you can do is report their YouTube channel. So find their YouTube channel. For a joke, I've just put Fred's Slots, and this channel has come up. Sorry, Fred, this is nothing to do with you. I'm just using you as an example, because you actually have to find the channel, not a video. See, there's Fred's Slots. You want the channel, and then when you get to the channel page, you click About, and then you click that flag there. And you put report user. Spams and scams you could put. Or if you have witnessed them making any violent threats, then you can report them for that. Now you only get 300 characters here. So you have to be concise. So I have put this video is grooming people into making high-risk financial gambles. The poster wants to direct people away from YouTube to his website, and once on that website, YouTube cannot guarantee the safety of their users. And then press submit, which I'm not going to do, obviously. I'm not going to report Fred for nothing. And that's it. And if you don't want to stop there, then you could always send a report to the Inland Revenue. These fraudsters are supposed to be playing slots for thousands of pounds per day. If they are playing with real money, then I'm sure the Inland Revenue would be interested to know where these millions of pounds over the years has come from. Also, another thing you can do is to make other people aware of these suspected fraudsters. Remember, they're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, in forums and on live streams. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't make threats or accusations. You are legally allowed to allege or suspect. You don't need to prove anything. In a court of law, it's up to them to disprove it. You are not a grass or a snitch or a whistleblower. These are words people who have something to hide often use in order to stop their wrongdoing from getting exposed. Don't pay any attention to them. Your actions will save others from a life of misery and ruin. If we can get these gambling predators off YouTube for good, then they will not be able to operate because they cannot find such massive audiences in other places. Act now. It only takes a few minutes of your time. We may never know how many of the estimated 550 gambling-related suicides in the last year were groomed on YouTube. But we can say without doubt that YouTube is the fastest growing platform for online gambling grooming. Remember the language to use. Gambling groomers, gambling predators, gambling pushers. They put profit before the welfare of others. They are enticing others to make high-risk gambles which they stand to profit from directly. The money they claim to work for is accumulated by other people's losses or potential losses. For example, they receive a percentage of any person's losses, or they receive a joining payment from anyone they introduce to a casino they promote. In nearly all cases, they are problem gamblers themselves. It's like becoming a crack dealer to pay for your own bad habit. They are not going to easily give up this easy money, this addiction-fueling and lavish lifestyle, without kicking up a big fuss. Gaslighting and getting their lackeys to gaslight anyone legitimately questioning them is their tactic. Nothing they produce digitally is verifiable and could easily be manipulated in order to increase the size of their audience. I have proved this by mocking up impossible big win after big win on my YouTube channel. I've had to delete a lot of these because people think I'm running a gambling channel here. I'm not. I'm trying to prove the point not to believe what you see on the internet when it comes to gambling. All you people looking for big wins to stimulate the gambling part of your brain need to realise they are probably all fake. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned, there's more coming as always. Please remember to click the like button or leave a comment. Even if it's just to say hello, it all helps others to find the video. And one last tiny thing, please stop sending a comment and then deleting it. I know people are doing this as a way of making me read their comment without it going on to YouTube, like it's some kind of private message, but I'm not going to answer, sorry. If you put your comment on the video, I'll answer. Thank you. And keep posted.